Okay. Now, this is here's the thing, right? I think when you exist online, your people are just gonna talk. You know what I mean? Everything you do is under scrutiny, and people are gonna talk, etc., etc. Right? This is what I was talking about earlier, right? Now, I was browsing Tekken Reddit yesterday, which was such a mistake. It's always a mistake. But I was browsing Tekken Reddit. I'm gonna keep taking sips because I don't believe what happened. But anyway, I was browsing Tekken Reddit, and then I came across this. Do some of you actually get a kick out of demoting people? I was watching K-Wiss, and literally his biggest problem with the best of 3 system in Tekken 8 is that he won't get the joy of demoting people again, which I just find weirdly sadistic because I've never really enjoyed demoting anyone unless they're really toxic or pluggers or something like that. Now, it takes like I have to think for a moment. I have to run my jaw, man. It's strange. You said the Lambo ain't out of your range because, like, regardless of whether or not this was a joke, because it was, I'm pretty sure I don't even remember where I said it. That's the thing. I know I think I've said it in a video, and I've said it a few times in streaming, right? And I was just joking that, like, fuck, I can't do. Well, then it is you know, regardless of whether or not it is a joke, it is absolutely insane to me, I think, to use the word sadistic in regards to progress in a video game. You know, of all things I think I've been criticized for and etc., and people say about me, to me this is like the most pedestrian thing I've ever said to ever get like this kind of reaction, no? And here's the thing, this is a Reddit post about K-Wiss, so you guys know exactly where this is going. But in general, this post, which this makes me laugh. That's not very King of Iron Fist tournament of you, which I think is hilarious. But they're just people like debating, like, I'll miss death matches because, you know, I can beat my opponent and we go round for round, etc., etc. So there's that. So there's just people like Jenny debating like how they feel about, you know, best of 3, etc., etc. Right? My skill increases 400% when I'm about to demote my opponent is about to promote. That's the fucking demotion buff, bro. And then, isn't that the point of being competitive? It's not about the sadistic joy, but the fulfillment you get from going down to the wire with someone and seeing the actual results, etc., etc. I'm not seeing the issue, etc., etc. And why I think the person who made the original post is like, I don't like using the word soft because I feel like soft comes with all kinds of connotations that people, but because someone's like, hell yeah, I feel like I'm booting them off a cliff, which is obviously a Tekken reference. And then how'd you unhide the post? They were just like, question mark, like, what do you mean? Whoa, okay. What do you mean I'm booting them off? It's like, it's a game. Like, it's a game, bro. Like, why are you confused and sad? And I don't know. And then here's where things get where they go. Wow, K-Wiss really comes across as a jerk sometimes. He always does. You need to watch when FeedX was fighting Arstan Ash. K-Wiss talked shit about FeedX the entire stream till FeedX won against Arstan. K-Wiss had the saltiest face ever. And you know what? We know what's the mad part about this to me? Is first, like, this guy obviously didn't watch my entire stream. Like, he clearly didn't. But bro said he had the saltiest face ever, which I know for a fact is a lie. My face when FeedX beat Arslan. Chat, this is the saltiest face ever. this is chat, this is the saltiest face ever, apparently. This is the saltiest face ever, which is like, I don't know, like, the only time I made a face is when he started hitting the fucking wall. Maybe this is the saltiest face ever. I don't know. Maybe this is what he meant. But I was like, bro, he's slapping the wall, bro. Like, that's kind of strange, you know. But it's like shit like that, because it was like, it's so bad. Looks pretty salty to me. Like, it's kind of bad, isn't it? What's up, guys? This is K-Wiss here from an alternate dimension, here to remind you guys to please like this video and subscribe, because it really helps me out greatly, and I can't even really put into words how much it helps me out. So please make sure you remember to like and subscribe, and if you don't do that, never come back. Passive aggressive tone. And this is the thing that I find so mad, is there's so many like weird random anecdotes of shit I don't even remember that happened, or I vaguely remember that happened, that some people like attribute my entire life to. Like, I recently watched one where one of the commentators said something about the other 100 Master Raven players, and K-Wiz said name 20, which, I mean, fair shout if you want to be confrontational about it, but then he just doesn't let it go. The dude makes some joke about being a figure of speech, and K-Wiz keeps being like, no, I want you to name 20 of them mid-match. Stopped watching his vids after that, which is like, this was probably from an ICFC, I imagine, the commentary job no one takes seriously, and everyone's kind of just having a laugh during it. But again, like, I don't even remember this, but there was 9 times out of 10 just banter between commentators. But he was like, damn, like, why is he telling him to name 20 Master Raven players? That's the thing as well. I mentioned this before. Unless I say I'm joking after every sentence, people don't know that I'm joking, apparently. Like, it's like I need to have like a big sign or a sound alert that plays whenever I make a joke. Okay. Maybe that's the sound. Whenever I say a joke, that sound has to play. Maybe that's the way it is. And it was just like, damn, that's crazy. I'm gonna stop watching the videos. This one is also mad to me. I stopped watching him after he cried about every matchup while downplaying his own character. I mean, this guy even complains about Kazuya. Again, it's always Kazuya players. It always is. It's always Kazuya's always the character to go to. But again, I don't remember the singular time in which I cried about every matchup while downplaying Hwaring. Like, I don't remember the singular time I did that. Because that's what you're making it sound like. There was a moment in time in which I cried about every single matchup and then downplayed Hwaring in the same sentence. But again, the Hwaring downplay thing is always so mad to me, because it's like to let people in on the joke. When I say Hwaring's the worst character in the game, that's a joke. When I say Hwaring's a bad character, that's a joke. I hate to say it, I really do. I'm sorry. I let down the veil. I let down, you know what I mean? I've let down the curtain. I've let it down. It's like the end of the Wizard of Oz. I pulled down the curtain. I'm not a massive guy I'm not just a massive head. I'm a human being behind the curtain. It is a joke. But watch his stream once when he was playing a mirror match and he was constantly key charging and shit talking the other Hwaring, even though he was going round for round with him. Other Hwaring didn't beat him back once, didn't watch him again after that. This was probably BTS Jin. Probably. And I will key charge and BM that guy to the end of time because he's a creep. So, and again, that's weird as well, because I don't remember the last time. I've not played against him in ages. But when I do normally shit talk him, I explain why. Like, there is context almost every single time, because someone always asks me and then I explain why. But yeah, there's a bunch of that. K-Wiz is a Hwaring main, so he's trash anyway, which again is just so like what does Hwaring have to do with anything, bro? Like, I always like I find like this community is so weird sometimes. Not this community, because I'm not talking about everyone, but certain man, because it's like your hate of a character then translate to the hate of a person, and reverse or some shit. I don't know. And it's so mad. And then remember when he said Hwaring isn't cheap, just learn the matchup. Lamau, okay, mister, I cast because I'm not good enough to compete. Which again is like, this shit is always so mad to me as well. Because it's like, remember when he said Hwaring? When did I just say that? Like, when did I just say that? When did I just sit there and say Hwaring isn't cheap, learn the matchup, whatever? You know what I mean? I've always had the opinion that Hwaring is a very difficult character to learn how to play against. But if you don't do it, it's kind of on you. If you don't do it and you just complain about it online, that's kind of on you. And if you accept that, that's fine, but don't make it my problem. Like, I hate when someone just like comes to my chat or whatever and they're just like, Hwaring is this, you can do this. And I'll explain to them it's not that deep. and then they just run off and they do this apparently, which is also weird because like bro literally just turned around and said, I don't like him because he once said his character isn't cheap and I should just learn the matchup, apparently. But I find this guy funny because this guy was like, he made a Tekken World Tour Finals. Pretending K-Wiz isn't good is stupid no matter how much you dislike him. He was like, I just be hating, don't mind me. Which I can't lie, is kind of hilarious. Like, bro understands. He's like, listen, I'm just hating, bro. Like, leave me alone. And sometimes you just gotta hate, which is okay. K-Wiz is one of the most unlikable people in the community. Like, I just like, here's the thing. I've said this for ages now. I'll never understand what I did to some people to receive this kind of vitriol. Like, I know I'm sarcastic and does that not get frustrating as hell? What, this stuff? I can't lie, this to me is more, because I posted this on Twitter. And some people were like, don't worry about what these people say, whatever. But to me, it wasn't like I was like worried about it. I was more like flabbergasted, or like I was just like confused, and I was taken aback because I was like, what the fuck is going on? I made an offhand comment about not being able to demote people in Tekken 8 as a joke, and then there is all this. I said I won't be able to demote people in Tekken 8 as a joke, and then this happened. That's insane, no? That is like, I'm not going crazy, am I? Can you not? It's only first to 2 now, so you won't be able to, like, you can't have death matches anymore, so it will be harder to get a demotion in or whatever the fuck. So it's like all this happened about it. I don't even, not everyone here is just that. Like, some people are genuinely having a discussion about the topic. Like, I think the vast majority of this is people having a discussion about the topic of like whatever, and there's people like making a joke about it, like this guy's like, that's not very King of Iron Fist tournament of you, which is hilarious, by the way. But I just find that insane. Like again, I'll never understand what I did to create such vitriol from certain man, you know what I mean? To the point where when I say anything, like, people are like, grr, you know what I mean? Like, well, when I do anything, I say anything, there's a lot of grr. K-Wiz is pretty sadistic person, which is just like, this guy has somehow made a whole judgment about my entire character based on something, I don't know. Like, people like rank doesn't matter, it's an imaginary number. K-Wiz is a fucking moron. Someone's like, he deals with toxic players and cheaters. I'm guessing that's who he's talking about. Like, a whole debate broke out on this shit, and I'm just like, so he plays Hwarang again. For some reason, the character I play has impact on people's opinion of you, which is insane. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's not like I'm like, damn, this is so upsetting and makes it. It's just like, this is like strange. Like, I stepped into the Twilight Zone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know whether I said it in a video or I said it in a stream, but I did, and then this happened. Oh, and this, so someone left a comment like this on one of my videos as well, so I'm assuming this is the same guy. K-Wiz fat ass was at Evo, and instead of being in the crowd spectating, he spent the entire Sunday at the burgers and hot dog stand, which is so weird. Like, because someone left a comment like that on one of my videos as well. It's probably the same guy, which is like, actually, he said whoever it was said it at last year's Evo. I guess he's saying it again this year's Evo. Bro, this year Evo, I got sick. I was in my bed. I had COVID or some shit. Like, I spent the entire Sunday in bed dying. But like, that's just so weird, isn't it? I don't even think there was a burgers and hot dog stand. I was sick and fat. Like, I don't even think there was a burgers and hot dog stand. I don't know. I wasn't there. I couldn't make it. K-Wiz is a lame, and he has been one for a long time. I'm not surprised. Which, again, according to this guy, you were there, bro. I don't know if I believe you. Apparently I was, bro. But yeah, I just find that mad. Like, I just said I can't demote people in Tekken 8 as a joke. And then they say, is this power? Like, is this what power and influence is? Like, I make one comment and then boom, you know. I don't get me wrong, like, the vast majority of it is just people like discussing the topic in and of itself. But it's actually mad. That's influenced you, because whenever my name does come up on Reddit, like if you ever just type KWIS in Reddit, you just see some like that's how I found this. That's how I found this today. I was like, where did I find that post again? I just typed in my name and then this is like one of the first ones that came up. You know what I mean? Like, it's actually insane. The fact that I just like... Actually, no, there's actually something else that came to mind. Because when I just saw this today as I was looking through. And this is one. So if you guys remember, during Tekken World Tour Pakistan, I made a joke. I didn't make a joke. I said a funny bite. You know what? Let me roll the clip. I've tried to hide from this clip or whatever. If you guys remember this... But I've tried to forget this bit, but I was just about to say that's something I really have to do at some point, because you see, anytime a player goes there, you know, fake taxi, not Mr. Taxi,
fake taxi,
well, and other players.
Yo,
know,
isn't that porn?
Went there as well, you know. He had to. I have to apologize for that one, don't I? That was a bad one, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna be.
Mr. Taxi's a very good player. Yeah, he was there in Pakistan as well.
What the hell, K-Wiz?
Mr. Taxi was a very good player and a player. He was there before a lot of people, and he was able to. Pakistan. K-Wiz, you got.
Anyway, but yeah, so. There was that. I've actually not seen that clip in so long, and it's so hilarious. It's so funny. It's just so funny. It's so funny. But again, I'll explain myself. I've not heard the player's name Mr. Taxi in ages, especially that moment. I had not heard the name Mr. Taxi in ages. And I remember when I was thinking of players that went to Pakistan, there was a guy and it was something Taxi, right? And I was like, oh yeah, it is fake Taxi. So when I said it, like legit, I was being like dead ass, that was the guy's name. It wasn't until the words came out my mouth that I realized that I fucked up. Like, it wasn't until I said it and I was like, oh no, that's not it. I was like, that's actually not it. I was like, that's not it. That is so not it. And then yeah. But anyway, so this happened, like, so this was on Reddit. And then dude is all right as a commentator, but definitely a bitch. Way too biased and sensitive, both as a streamer and commentator. This guy puts me to sleep every time he commentates. Why not let Tasty or Markman commentate instead? They are far better. The only commentary I enjoy is Eris, etc. Kick him out and get Tasty back. I hate this guy so much. All this type of shit. And I'm like, this is why I'm so confused. Because it was like, this is just a funny situation, a little funny ha-ha situation. And then it's just like, he's a bitch. I hate him. He is biased and sensitive. I hate him. We need Tasty Steve. Get this guy out. And I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like, again, I don't understand. Like, I'll say this again. I don't understand the whole idea. Not the idea. I don't understand why what I did to get this vitriol from people. Genuinely, I don't understand. Like, I don't, like, even on just a funny haha, he said a fake thing wrong, people just like, grr, you know. But like, again, I'm sadistic now as well. This is a new one to add to the thing. I'm sadistic now as well. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, Reddit's a strange place. The community can be strange. Like, I guess as well, I do need to like just say every time I make a joke, just say that was a joke, by the way, just so this doesn't happen. Something else, right? Yeah, like, hate for chaos is real. What do you to deserve it? Orders from his medal cast and slightly salty streams. Seems like a good player who knows what he's talking about. Definitely a drama queen. Other than that, I don't know. He is a good player. To put it, I didn't even see it. To put it simply, he just does not have a likable personality. I actually enjoy watching his gameplay. To put it simply, he just doesn't. To explain why is to say that he just doesn't. Which is, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. How dare you exist? Like, again, I don't understand what I did. I may never understand what I did. You should work on your best. No, there are definitely times when I commentate, I always play into it, to be honest. I almost always do. But like when I'm just existing, I'm just like, oh, what the fuck? Reddit was calling arse and a cracker for the screenshots too. I mean, like that looked like, let's be real, that was some incriminating shit, let's be honest. That was some incriminating shit.